Hey you guys, it's your girl AJ and I am here for another story time. Now this one is about my adventures in Barcelona. So I won't be telling all the stories of every place that I'm going to, but I really wanted to share this one because I have a personal connection with Barcelona and I love Barcelona. After being there for a couple of days, I didn't even get a full plate, a full entree of what Barcelona has to offer, and I'll tell you why, and then I'll tell you what happened. I have always loved the movie Cheetah Girls, specifically Cheetah Girls 2, which I personally think is the best Cheetah Girls movie out of all three movies, because Cheetah Girls 1 was good, it was cute, it was good, you know, it started us. Cheetah Girls 2 is where shit started to get poppin'. And then Cheetah Girls 3 kind of died off when they got rid of Galleria and the music started to get weird. And it was less about the music and more about the dancing. Not that the Bollywood movie wasn't great, but anybody who's seen that movie knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna keep talking about it. So anyways, I digress. The reason why I really wanted to go to Barcelona is not just because of that. I've always had this pull to Spain. Always had this pull to go to Barcelona and experience the energy and the music and the food and the dancing and everything. I've always been super passionate about that. So when I decided that I was going to go for this festival that I was in Chalab, France, it made sense for me to go to Barcelona first and then go to the festival. So when I get there, I get on the plane and it's like a 13-hour flight. I don't even know. The hours are all blending together at this point. I'm just so excited. I sit next to this amazing girl. She's also an Aquarius, had a tattoo of an Aquarius on there. I was like, this is like confirmation. So immediately on the way there, on the flight there, I'm meeting this really great chick, this like, you know, just queer, awesome, just down-ass Aquarius girl who's like talking to me about Cheetah Girls, and we're like chilling, and it was just nice to have someone sitting next to me that I could talk to who was really sweet. Anyways, so get off the plane, they give me my stamp on the passport, Barcelona. Ooh, yes, so excited. I get to my hotel and I go to sleep. Anybody who's ever traveled to Europe and to a different time zone, you know, I should have stayed awake as long as I could, gone outside, let the time, you know, like the sun reset my clock. I slept till 10 p.m. y'all. I slept till 10 p.m. and I went down to the concierge. I got all dressed up, went down to the concierge. I was like, well, there's got to be a place I can go for music, for dancing, for something. They tell me to go to this tavern that has like live music as well as like drinks and food. So I go and I walk in and it's like a LA equivalent to like a shitty dive bar, which I'm not opposed to a shitty dive bar if it's like good and the music's good and the food's good. There was a lot of people in there and it was crowded and they were doing classic rock covers and I was like, no, I gotta go. So I left and just kept walking down the street and I saw this sign that said jazz bar and I was like, that's it, that's the place. I immediately am greeted with the sound of like this jazzy vibe and the piano. I sit down, I get a drink, sit down, and this musician comes and sits basically right in front of me and starts talking to me in Spanish at first. And then I was like, I'm sorry about the smoke, everybody. I have some sage here. Gotta keep the vibe right. Started sitting down and talking to me, and eventually we kind of like, I was like, yeah, I'm a jazz singer, and blah, blah, blah. And we started talking, and this individual will be the person now who has taken me under their wing. Thank you so much, Baltazar, for showing me your Barcelona. It was so amazing and incredible. He took me to this other place called the Harlem Jazz Club, and woo, so incredible. And at the Harlem Jazz Club, I met the lovely and amazing Whitney Shay, who is the diva of blues. I cannot even believe how lucky I got to have seen her perform live with her band. And honestly, this woman, not only is she like gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, but her voice is so smooth, just smooth, you know, like a smoothie, like a smoothie. Her shit was so good. I fell in love with her. When I get there, she starts talking to me in English. I was like, oh shit, are you from where are you from? She's like, oh, I'm from Cali. I was like, oh shit. San Diego to be exact, and I will link her in this video. So if you want to go find out where she's playing, go check her out. Whitney Shay, absolutely incredible singer, blues singer. I love her, love her, love her. She performs, my life is transformed, and immediately I'm like, okay, well, I gotta see you again. We're gonna be performing again. We hang out for a little bit. The next day I go and I see her perform. I think it was the next day, I don't know. It all kind of blended together at a certain point. I go see her perform again, and I get lucky enough to perform with her at her set. She was so kind, so loving, so supportive. Let me come up on stage with her and sing with her. Amazing. Amazing. Tell me it's not the Cheetah Girls. Tell me it's not the Cheetah Girls. Can't tell me it's not the Cheetah Girls. Anyway, so we hang out, we spend time together, and then the next day I decide that I think that was the last day that I was there, actually. Might have been, I don't know. This blends together. But anyways, I met Whitney Shay, and we eventually saw each other again. I think it might have been the last day, and I got to perform with her. But on my last full day in Barcelona, I went to go see the Sagrada Familia and Park Güell. Excuse me. I went to go see the Park Güell. I go there. I was like 5 minutes late for it because there was street construction and I had to walk at a certain point. And so I missed it. So then I had to come back to the Sagrada Familia. I missed the guided tour that I had paid for, so I had to buy another ticket for a later time. And then like halfway through the tour of the Sagrada Familia, I had to rush out and go to the Park Güell so I could make it on time for that. And it was craziness. But I got to see both. And let me tell you right now, the Sagrada Familia is unbelievably breathtaking. It is so large and massive. You literally have to like lean back to see the top. And there is so much detailing and so much little things here and there that you could spend all day long staring at all the little intricacies in the story that is being told on the outside of the building and never see everything. So imagine what it looks like inside. Stained glass windows, every color you could possibly imagine. And I came in at the perfect time of the day, so there's light pouring in, and it's just fucking gorgeous. Like this light show, this natural light show that I was like just in awe of. And this is a church where people actually go to church on a regular basis. And on top of that, every penny that goes into building it is funded by the community and anyone who comes to see the Sagrada Familia. So they don't take government assistance, they don't take any type of, they only take donations from people that come to see it or people that live in the town. And I think that is absolutely amazing. And so I got to contribute to the build of the Sagrada Familia. Yes! The next part of this is about the Park Güell. I went to the Park Güell, got this amazing tour, got to see this beautiful space where people still reside, where these families lived. And as soon as I stood out and I looked over Barcelona, I just began to cry because it was such an emotionally rewarding experience. It was so emotional. It was so emotional. And it was like my soul had finally done what it had been wanting to do for so long. There was a part of me, and I've talked about this. If you're a friend of mine, then you know this. One of my past lives, I lived in Spain, and I died really young when the man I was married to killed me and my father so that he could get a position of power in our town in Spain. And how much I felt like I needed to go back there to ease that, to resolve that. And I felt like I got that in that moment. And there was this part of me that just, I couldn't control. That was just like, I was sobbing. And people were looking at me like I was crazy. And I didn't care because I was like, this is my home. I'm finally home. Yeah, that was probably one of the most cathartic experiences that I had while I was in Europe, because it felt like I finally got a chance to like heal this thing that was wailing up in me for all these years. So there's that. I'm gonna try to put this out because it is burning. And so I ended my trip with a little bit of magic. I met 2 other really great musicians, I'm gonna tag them in this as well, who invited me to their space, welcomed me to their home, and I got to look out one last time, see the beautiful moon from a Barcelona rooftop, and yeah, so blessed to be so connected with different parts of the planet. And that was truly a magical moment for me, and gosh, I will definitely be going back. Definitely. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. Love you.